Good morning, this is John Tuttle. Tuesday morning, it's kind of cold in my shop. I got a sweater on. Been running a fan down here and a little cold front come in. Got a lot of rain, a lot of thunder and stuff like that, but we ain't had no damage. A few trees are down on the highway, different places, in people's yards every now and then. A tree might be down, but I don't think anybody's house has got messed up, but did have a lot of wind. Fortunately, I didn't have no trees down. I just had a lot of limbs. I had a friend that owned a beautiful place out in the country, and he sold it. And I'm 78, so I think he's probably 80 now. He was probably 79 when he sold it. But I asked him, I said, JD, where you selling this place, man? It's a beautiful place. I'm tired of picking the daggum limbs up the yard. See, every time I get ready to mow grass, I spend half an hour in just one area, half an hour in this area. First thing you know, I spend about 4 hours. I go over here and this side of the house and pick up. He was just fussing about them limbs. And I said, yeah, you're right. You got trees in your yard, you go ahead and lay them down. Anyway, he bought a place with just a vacant, built a house on a lot. He bought 3 acres of land. There wasn't a tree on it. They had a house built. I laughed at him. I said, he ain't got no land to pick up now. It's been about 3 years ago. And I saw him, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago. And I said, you still like it where you live? And he said, well, I miss my place, man. I just miss all that land. He said, I like watching them deer come out in the backyard and stuff like that. And I said, yeah. I got to thinking, it's just like people who never satisfied always. No, I'm not. I got buying motorcycles years ago, and I always made money off of them. I always bought used ones and wouldn't be in no hurry. I might look for 6 months to find a real good deal, and I knew what was a good deal on because I knew what they'd sell for, and that certain model, and I'd buy it and ride it a year and decide I want something else. And another model or something, I'd wait for another good deal, and I'd sell mine and make money off of it. I'd buy that other one. I just never was satisfied. Somebody said, I bet you've owned 15 different motorcycles. I said, yep. And I finally got one that was the best one I ever owned for me. It was just an amazing motorcycle as far as I was concerned. And I said, man, this is it. And then I got sick and had to sell it. I didn't have to. I sold it. I made a mistake. I thought I was going to end up in a wheelchair. I got scared and sold it. I wish I hadn't. I could ride it now. But that's the way it goes. That was one nice bite. I got it so cheap it wasn't even funny. The story was just weird. I knew this guy that was an air conditioning man, and he also did electrical work. And this farmer over in Louisiana built his daughter's house kind of next to his. His daughter got married and wanted to build her a house, her and her husband a house on the place he was helping him farm. And so he hired this guy to do all the wiring and air conditioning work, heating and cooling. And he'd pay him every Friday. He'd take a draw. And he went to the house, and his wife told him he's back in the shop. He went back into the big old building. He said he had 15 motorcycles lined up, and every one of them was cranked up running. He'd crank them up about twice a week and run them. And he collected Y'all know anything about Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle model? When he come out with a Screaming Eagle model, he would buy it. his Steiger collection. It's what he liked. And he was commenting how pretty they were. And one of them he really likes, and the guy said, well, if you want to, we'll trade you out for whatever I owe you this week. And he knew nothing about them, and he knew I was looking for one. And he took pictures of it sitting there idling, and sent them to me real quick and says, my labor's not this much this week. And he said, you think this bike's worth this much? And I said, worth about $5,000 more than that. And he said, well, he told me to trade me for my labor. And he said, will you let me make a couple $100 off of it? I said, man, if you won't do it, I'll make you $500 off of it. I said, real easy. He said, yeah. So he traded him, guy, gave him the title and everything. And it was somebody that really knew what they were doing bought it. It was a Road King Screaming Eagle. I don't know what year model it was. And it had all the bells and whistles on it you could put on it. And they even put a programmer on it. And didn't know what that thing was. It would make it run faster. They put special cams in it. They'd redone it and all. That thing was souped up, and you talking about flying. And I don't like to go with speed limit on them anyway. I don't even like to do 70 miles an hour when I'm riding. I try to stay off the interstate. And I went down the 4-lane highway out there in front of my house. And man, this thing is just riding so smooth. And I was sitting there, I can't believe this thing is just smooth riding. I looked down and I'm doing 85 miles an hour. Scared me to death. That speedometer got me broke. You talking about slowing something down. So one of my friends come down from Jackson, and he rides. He has a Softail, and I said, you don't ride this bike? He said, yeah. He come back and he said, man, I looked down and I'm doing 95 miles an hour. He said, I thought I was doing about 80. He said, I wasn't paying the speedometer no mind. He said, that's so it's smooth and it will move on. I said, yes, it will. But I sold it. What's that happening? This is a technique I talk about all the time. I always talk about it because it's very important. When you have a bad hinge, the best way to get it out is to hit this way on this side of it and this way, and hit past it, and let your plate run into it. I'm glad I could catch that one, because I'm gonna put it back where it comes from if I can. And well, foot. I think there we go. I replaced it back perfectly. See that hinge? Look at that. I hit this way. I took that much of it out. Now I'm gonna hit this way. I got that much of it out there. Now I'm gonna hit straight down. I didn't grind it when I did that, so I kept hitting it to make it grind. It went straight down. We'll do the same thing over here. This is some of that grainy buffalo we've been working with. It's been heated up to 900 degrees. We're gonna hit straight down. There we go. Get these hinges out. All of them out with that one right there. There's 3 of them out. I'm gonna try this one. There we go. Put this side right here. That'd be it. Hope y'all enjoyed that little sample there.